Welcome to Tuscaloosa, Alabama. Title Town, some call it, a moniker that many claim, but this city lives thanks to the Alabama Crimson Tide. Today, a ranked versus ranked matchup as a couple of top 25 teams get set to go jaw to jaw. As we'll see, the number 14 team in the country, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish, taking on the 15th ranked team in the land, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Alabama about to kick off to get this game underway. He'll bring it out. It's Ford. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. First down for this offense. They'll run it from the gun. Pushes ahead for 2. They'll mark it at the 17.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. On the ground, it's Love. They stop him after a 6-yard run out the...
Entering accessibility screen, you have 20 options. Menu narration option is set to off is selected.
Just a simple power play. Again, not sexy, run the ball up the middle, physicality, offensive line gets to assert themselves, run block, which they love to do. This pays dividends down the road in the fourth quarter.
And to keep this opening drive going, they'll need to convert 3rd and 1. They'll move those chains, getting it out to the 29-yard line and trying to get this drive rolling.
And I think on that last run play on 3rd down here early in the game, they're making a statement that we believe we're the more physical team and we're going to run the football even if you know it's coming at you. Nice job. They've got the ball at midfield. I expect to see more run plays coming up.
And they get him down at the 43, but this is the kind of explosive play you want to build on.
A nice play there. And I know, when you think Notre Dame football, you're thinking about running the football and all those NFL offensive linemen they have, but when you've got playmakers like him on the perimeter, you've got to be able to take advantage of him. This guy has the chance to play on Sundays. He's too good. If you've got a window to throw and that guy's out running a route, give him an opportunity.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks.
And, you know, big chunks like this don't happen unless you commit to the run game. You got to get those big boys up front into the game, understanding I want to knock people off the football, create some holes like you do here for my running back, make the game easy.
And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
Got him looking run. He wants to throw. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
Yeah, and you could tell he was locked in. And plays are meant to go to certain guys, but sometimes you got to get back, you got to read the defense, and make a different decision if they play the right defense. And right there, that was one of those times.
And he gets it out past the sticks, and Notre Dame will have a first down.
You know, this is a running back who wants the ball, and he wants the offense to run through him. Really nice job there on the 3rd down of this opening drive for his offense. I can't wait to see what kind of game this guy's going to have.
Notre Dame ready to go with another first down. Looking for space. It's Price. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Well, good call by the defense there. They dialed up blitz into that running play, and the linebacker able to make the stop.
Not many hiccups on this drive, but it's 2nd and 13 now. Trying to get to him. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
Defense was not fooled by that screen to the back, and they'll stop him short of the marker. It'll be 4th down.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. What do? You set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
Not a chance. Missed it. And guys, after the miss, no change in the score.
You can't miss opportunities like that. You're playing on the road in a hostile environment. You're trying to seize momentum right out of the gate. You get a nice drive to start the game, and then you miss the field goal. You don't get any points to show for that. If they're going to win this one, guys, they've got to take advantage of those types of opportunities.
They make the stop, and that'll bring the first quarter to a close. They'll start the drive here with 1st down to open this period. Caught in the backfield, it's Williams. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's 3rd best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncovered.
And he's still running after the move. Oh, look out! He's at the 10. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown tie!
This quarterback is so unique, and he's so special because of his running ability, his wiggle, his speed, and his burst in the open field. He's like a running back playing the quarterback position, and he shows you that on that play.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 7-0. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finish it off on the ground, a 67-yard touchdown run. Kickoff team is on the field. They'll try to drive this one deep. From inside the 15, here comes the return. Probably needed to pick up an extra block or two, but as it is, he'll be stopped at the 28. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal, David.
You know what? Don't leave it up to kickers. Execute better offensively. I think you move the ball nice. You got to keep that in mind. But, Palmer, I think you got to stay aggressive and don't settle for field goals.
Yeah, because you got to know there's just no margin for error right now. You just have got to be able to execute at a higher level.
Didn't connect last time. Let's see if they throw it again on 2nd down. Looking for a man. It's Leonard. Tight end finds a soft spot. He's close to the 1st down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? 2nd down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this 3rd down manageable. Really nice job of executing that.
They'll try to run for it. And he gets it done on 3rd down. They move the chains, and they'll mark it at the 44.
And listen, the offensive line has to do their job, but a really good job by the running back, understanding where his hole is. Go hit it, get the 1st down, don't mess around. Nice job following his hole, getting positive yards.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we have ourselves a ball game, and they have a chance to take the lead here before the half. Notre Dame coming to the line with another 1st down. He's going to pass. Throws for the tight end. And the ball is intercepted. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. That's why you love veterans in this defense. They stay locked in on their rules, and he made the pick. Here comes that Alabama offense. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
To the air on first down. Throws to the wideout. Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much.
This dude will pick you apart if you give him time. You better get to him. You better make him feel uncomfortable. This defense did that. Nice job by the defense, hurrying the quarterback through his thought process.
After the misfire, now on second down. Dropping back, it's Milroe. It's complete to the left.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this offense was going to try and get this receiver involved and get him involved early. So here they are just finding an easy completion. It's not a touchdown, but they just want to get this guy lathered up and get him into a rhythm.
They're going to throw it again. To the end zone, and it's picked off.
You know, as a defensive back, you want to force the quarterback to make plays way outside towards the sideline. That's a long throw. It requires a lot of arm strength and a lot of touch at the same time. Great job forcing the play out wide and making the big interception.
He's looking to throw it. Fires to the right. Pulls it in. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he's stopped, and it'll be first down. Looking to move it through the air. They're trying to get to it. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Well, this defense felt coming into the game that if he was going to try to throw from the pocket, they could get to him and affect his accuracy, and they did on that last play.
Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
It's hard throwing in the pocket, man. You got bodies and 300-pound dudes falling all over the place. They're trying to hit you. That time, the pressure got to them, and they forced the incompletion.
A third and long coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. Going downfield for the big play. And it's picked off. Taking it the other way. He's inside the 40. Running inside the 20. And he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown, Alabama! Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. Coming out with it, it's Price. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Here come the Irish back on offense. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be concerned. If we're a little bit down, listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
And the incompletion brings up a second down for this offense. Back to throw, it's Leonard. He uncorks a bullet to the right. And that is interception number 3 on the day. And the senior just took that one out of the air and sends it the other way.
Not all DBs make the play at the end, right? They can bat the ball down, they can be in position, but they don't really secure the football. Great job by the DB securing the football and forcing the turnover.
He'll start this drive firing. He makes a grab, and he will score! Touchdown, Crimson Tide!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
PAT unit on the field. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. That's taking advantage of a golden opportunity set up with great field position, and they struck quickly for the touchdown. The kickoff unit about to go to work. He'll bring it out. It's Ford. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he had just taken a knee in the end zone. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. He lobs one high down the left side. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on first down.
Oh, man, the quarterback almost just threw his second interception on as many drives. He's trying to fit that football in there. It gets tipped up in the air. He's lucky that wasn't picked off.
Wants to throw. It's Leonard. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
Well, at this juncture in the game, with how the scoreboard looks, no question this offense is going to have to throw to get back in the game, and it's going to be tricky now because the defense is expecting it. You're going to throw into a lot of big zone coverages with everybody's eyes on the quarterback. Not going to be easy.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
And money down is where you see defenses really understand where the sticks are, play great pass defense, know what's coming, and get off the field.
They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. They're throwing for it on 4th down. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. And the defender is tackled, and that's how we'll run out the first half. Ready to go here in the second half, and Notre Dame will kick it away. From inside his own 15, trying to follow his blockers. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Looking to throw, it's Milroe. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. Crosses the 30, he's got a lane. Hit the afterburners, kid. And he has vexed this defense with scramble after scramble, has another first down.
It's just so hard to stop. There is no rhyme. There is no reason. He just scrambles around, makes people miss, and the next thing you know, you look up and he's 20, 30 yards down the field, and there's nothing you can do about it.
You look to be backed up, and then suddenly you're not. Big play has them across the 50, and they'll have it 1st and 10. Using his legs to buy some time. Nice run there to keep things moving before they force him out of bounds.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these.
Welcome to Knoxville, home of the Tennessee Volunteers, where the hymn of choice is good old Rocky Top, and they hope that by the end of this one, it's good on Rocky Top. But this isn't any regular matchup. It's a battle of top tens, a couple of forces meeting head-to-head where one team will try to make a resonating statement. As we'll see, the number 6 team in the country, the Texas Longhorns, taking on the 7th-ranked team in the land, the Tennessee Volunteers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Longhorns will put total leather and we'll get started. He'll bring it out. It's Bishop. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. Line gets set, first down. Scanning the field, it's Iamaleava. Great timing on the slant.
Slant routes, they're good against man coverage, but they're good against zone coverage too. If that receiver can find the soft spot between the linebacker and the DB, you'll take that throw all day.
Picked up some yardage with that completion, now second down. They go to the ground. He'll be stopped just short of the 20 at the 19, give him 1. The Volunteers headed quickly to the line. It'll be a run on 3rd and short. Really nice job to get it past the sticks, pick up the first down at the 30.
It's a really good sign if you're on offense here. You're putting it on your offensive line on 3rd down. Critical down and distance, opening drive of the game. Let those guys fire off, get a hat on a hat. You can run the ball, pick up the first. You're around midfield. And all things looking pretty good here early for this offense.
Skips away from pressure. Got it in the middle, it's McCoy. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
Love that throw there. And I remember as a Gator playing against Tennessee, you knew as a quarterback you were going to have to bring your A game to the park because of who was on the other sideline. I played against Peyton Manning, and I played against T. Martin, who won a national championship there. They have a legacy at that position. And this guy for Tennessee, he has a chance to be the next great one.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you know, you clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
Quarterback will audible. He's looking for a man on 2nd down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Dropping back, it's Iamaleava. Gonna let it fly. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
Nice job in coverage there. Offense trying to take a shot downfield. The defender able to tip that one up in the air and force it incomplete.
And the Vols will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. On the move, it's Makuba. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. First down here for the offense. He wants to throw. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Blue. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. Running backs just have to be a weapon in the passing game, even for little dump-offs and checkdowns.
Yeah, find your matchups. I mean, you think about running back versus a linebacker. We like that matchup in space, and so find ways to get the football to your running back in space where you can break tackles and make things happen because they're just so dynamic.
Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the first down.
And just went with something very easy, very reliable. Flip it forward, let your receiver do the rest. I only got to get a few yards. Nice job, nice execution. First down.
Trying to find his man on first down. Looking to take a shot. He's got it inside the 25. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
And he'll be stopped for no gain, still sitting at the 3-yard line.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile. He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. Third and goal, and they'll try to pass it in. Fires to the end zone. What a snag by the defense. Not only a great play, but tremendous discipline by this sophomore to make the pick.
Well, coming into this game, this offense knew that points were going to be at a premium. If you can't score touchdowns down here in the red zone, you at least got to come away with field goals, but you can't do that if you're throwing interceptions. That's just poor execution by the offense.
Burrows his way for a couple. He's out to the 8. And the Volunteers in the hurry-up. Quarterback checking the play. Looking to pass. It's Iamaleava. Going to throw it over the top of the D. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. From the gun, wants to pass. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. This offense has a little room and a fresh set of downs at the 23.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially...
He's going for a big play downfield. And the ball is picked off. He'll try to take it back. He's at the 30. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Texas! The defense puts 6 on the board with a big-time interception return. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the PAT makes it 7-0. They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick 6. Fielded in the end zone, it's Selden. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
They'll throw it on first down. Oh, he makes the catch. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. To the air, it's Iamaleava. To the sidelines, and he tiptoes his way to a first down before going out of bounds. Throw him to the spot, and that's exactly what he did to pick up the first down.
And that's so many hours of doing this together. You know exactly when he's going to break, on that out route. You know what kind of speed he has because you've thrown it so many times. Nice rhythm and timing, and you could tell that was experience between receiver and quarterback. And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy because that's a QB that's dynamic, and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him get to the sideline. But I will say this. I do want to hit him at the end of the runs. I don't want to let him out of bounds and let him get free carries. I want it to be physical. Second and short is a great situation to be in. And look at him. He drops back to pass the football. He doesn't have to throw the football. He wants to be aggressive, but he can just take off and scramble. Doesn't have to take a chance. Great being ahead of the sticks.
Going up top on first down. Takes a hit as he fires. And the pass is intercepted. Got room on the return. The 30. The 20. Touchdown, Longhorns! How about that D coming up with a play like that? Look, I know it's only the second quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
And that pass picked off. The 50. He's at the 40. At the 20. He took that baby all the way to the house. A pick two, as it were. This is ultra aggressive. Still in the first half. Got the lead and going for the onside kick. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch.
And you don't see a lot of these. You don't see a lot of onside kicks earlier in the game, especially in the second quarter. You still feel each other out. You're still getting into the game. You don't want to give away that momentum, but that's exactly what they did by failing on that onside kick.
The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. Getting late here in the first half, they'll have a chance to make... And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for second down. Back to throw, it's Iamaleava. A strike downfield. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. He's going to pass. And a nice pickup on the run and gets down to avoid contact.
I mean, you can say that's a quarterback or you can call him a running back. I mean, goodness gracious, he's dropping back to throw the football. But when he sees a hole, his eyes get big and he just explodes through it. Everybody's trying to catch him, trying to get to him, just chewing up yards so easily.
And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Volunteers!
And that's a nice drive, a nice physicality, punching it in with the run game. And here's the thing. I like where this offense is going. Nice job creating some momentum, going into the half, cutting down the lead. This thing could get really exciting. Nice job answering the bell right before the half.
And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish it off with the score from the 4. Fielded in the end zone. It's Bolden. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Quickly complete. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Dropping back, it's Ewers. Gonna take a shot. Catch and stride inside the 15. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Texas!
And I love this offense, man. Staying aggressive. Just because you got the lead, you know people can score points in bunches. This offense keeps the foot on the accelerator, scores again on the final play. Now this offense has even more of a cushion going into halftime.
Pressure coming. Looking to convert the two, and he will not. The defense gets to him with the sack. The Vols will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Bolden. He stopped at the 23, a couple yards short of where he would have been with a touchback. And here come the Horns. They've got it again on offense. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football with accuracy.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same here in the second half.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. He's taking the shot. And it slips through his fingers. Incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. I know you want to go to this guy because he's made so many plays for you, but when he's doubled, surely somebody else has a much easier play to make.
And it might not be the stud that he is, right? Like, I might not find another guy that's a baller like him, that's a playmaker, but now I got one-on-one matchups elsewhere that I got to go take advantage of. If they're going to double cover him, I'm going to take advantage of some matchups somewhere else.
Well, this defense knew coming into this one, this offense would take shots. They know they have targets that can fly and push down the field vertically. Nice job in coverage there.
He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Finds his man and they convert. Tackled after picking up the first down.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the first down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it, and now a fresh set of downs.
He'll just keep slinging it. That one never had a chance. Incomplete. 2nd and 10 after the previous play. And that's going to fall to the ground. Incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, I got to get my feet set. Make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on. And I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer. But you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Little touch pass to the receiver. Finally pulled down, but not before. Moving the chains for a first down.
I just love the play call. You're getting a fast player out in the open field, and it's enough to get you a first down.
And the Longhorns have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
You know, you're in the red zone, you bring out a bunch of tight ends on the field. So the defense, they were expecting run on that one. They were physical, and they were able to force the negative play.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking downfield, it's Ewers. He snares it in the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorns!
Well, he's a matchup nightmare because of his size and his speed. It's so difficult for defenses to defend this guy. Nice job there working the